What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back here with another new look rebuild as we're back in the Eastern Conference. We only have 7 left of these to do, so let's just go ahead, jump in, and do this new look Brooklyn Nets rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We are currently on the road to 50,000 subs, so you want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button to help us reach that goal. That would be amazing. Also, I'm recording this super early in the morning, so if I sound a little groggy, I apologize. And then one last thing, because there's been some people asking me again, if you're looking for a share scenario to download in 2K, you can go ahead and search up Boomeo under Crushables, and you can find it, and there will be a share scenario for you to download. But other than that, let's talk about the Brooklyn Nets. So the reason why I waited on Brooklyn for so long, so I just feel like there's still a possibility of a trade to happen. And the reason why I think that is the case, because I feel like maybe this is a big maybe now because it's just dragging on forever. Isaac Okoro has yet to sign any kind of contract with the Cavaliers. I still wonder if an Isaac Okoro for Dorian Finney-Smith sign and trade could occur. Like I'm wondering if that could still happen. We'll see if it does, but I'm just kind of tired of waiting on it, so we're just going to get straight into things today. So ideally, I'd like to suck year one. That way we have a really good draft pick in 2025, but this man Cameron Thomas in 2K is unstoppable, so we're probably going to be a playoff team, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Now we will obviously solve the trade deadline because there are some more pieces to move off here, so like Cameron Johnson, Finney Smith, like I mentioned. So obviously the big thing that the Nets did this offseason, forgot to mention that, is they traded away Mikal Bridges and got their draft picks back. So they are on a full reset mode, which is something I think everybody thought they should do. They just really couldn't because they didn't have their draft picks because of the James Harden trade, but they have now kind of erased that a little bit. So shout out to Brooklyn for kind of making a decision going forward. So of course, basically that's really the big thing that happened. They also got Xavier Williams as well. They drafted was it Jalen Wilson? Yeah, round 2, I think, or maybe they didn't have a draft pick because that was in 2023. Never mind. What am I talking about? I'm over here tripping. Sorry, it's early in the morning. So yeah, I don't even think they had a draft pick at all. So yeah, there's still a couple pieces we can move. The big thing is just the fact that they chose a new direction. So let's go ahead and cut 3 guys and let's get to year 1 of the rotation. So personally, I don't really care about what year 1 looks like because there's going to be a lot of movement at the deadline more than likely. I'm going to see if I can trade Schroeder away, probably trade Cameron Johnson, and definitely trade Dorian Finney-Smith. So those are 3 guys I will be looking to trade at the deadline. Maybe we could use Ben Simmons' contract to, in real life, I think the Nets could use Ben Simmons' contract to maybe absorb some bad contracts and get first-round picks or something. But you guys know in 2K that's kind of not really possible. So we'll see. Let's go ahead, just simulate year 1. This team should be poverty, but it probably won't be. We'll probably be a playoff team simply because of this dude right here. But regardless, I will see you guys at the deadline because there's definitely a few guys we need to move off this team. Today's video is brought to you by 2 softwares designed to help you beat the sportsbook and become a much profitable sports bettor. We're starting on Daily Grind Fantasies Optimizer. So if you plan out such as Prize Picks, Underdog, or any of these other popular DFS apps, having a tool like this is insanely clutch, finding good plays right in front of you with having to do any research whatsoever. So I will be honest with you, it's very dry right now because it's early in the morning. There also isn't a ton of baseball today, but I guess as you can see on Tobias Myers, under 5 strikeouts. Basically, maybe that's not the best example to look at right now. So I guess you can look at this one, Anthony Santander, under 7 fantasy score. As you can see, 2 other books, if there was a fantasy score, have it at 6.1 and 6. You could also look at these esports discrepancies as well, because esports, there's a lot of discrepancies in esports just because no one really knows where to set the lines. It's kind of a liquid market. I know it sounds kind of degenerate, but there is advantages to take care of take advantage of because as you can see, this guy under 25.5, you have another book at 23.5. I usually like to look for 2 data points, but unfortunately we don't have that luxury right now. But yeah, kind of dry right now. But if we go over to OGM as well, as you can see, we actually have Zach Wheeler under 1.5, which actually has been bumped down to plus 100. So still kind of your best price though. As you can see, you got Sleeper at minus 135, DraftKings at minus 105. So you're still getting plus money. It's just obviously not as good as it once was at plus 105. But basically, it wouldn't make any sense if we said, hey, let's go to Caesars and take Zach Wheeler under 1.5 strikeout, or sorry, under 1.5 player walks, because we're obviously getting a much better price over on Fliff. So basically, that's what you're doing. You're just line shopping and making sure you're plugging and playing stuff where you get the best possible price. Just like if you were looking at this guy, it wouldn't make any sense to go to Hot Streak and say, hey, let's take his under at 23.5 when you can clearly get it better at 25.5. It's just simply line comparing and make sure you get the best bang for your buck. And then last but certainly not least, if you have not signed up for Prize Picks, I'm sure all of you guys probably know what it is by now, but make sure to check it out. Links down in the description below as well as along with these two softwares. I'll give you so these two softwares get a percentage off your first month. And then Prize Picks will match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. Especially with football coming right around the corner, then the NBA, there's gonna be so much value to take advantage of. Make sure to check them out. Other than that, let's get back to the video. So I am at the trade deadline as promised, and I'm literally just searching for any kind of draft pick value that I can get. And Miami does come to me with a 2029 first round pick in Duncan Robinson's expiring contract. They get themselves a really good shooter that would help out their team a lot. So we're going to go ahead and do this trade with no hesitation. So Miami gets a really good player. We get Duncan Robinson's contract and a first round pick. So that's a good start there. And now we need to trade Dorian Finney-Smith. So there was a trade in here that I liked, but I want a first round pick ideally for Dorian Finney-Smith. So Cleveland is not offering me Isaac Okoro. I still do think that's possible to happen in real life. But now the Kings want to give me a 2027 live protected pick, but we'd have to trade them at first, which is just simply not going to happen. We have to trade a first round pick, not doing that either. What else we got? McDaniels. I mean, the Timberwolves aren't going to do that. So Cleveland would be the team that would make the most sense for Dorian Finney-Smith, but I'm not just going to do it for a second round pick. You're going to have to give me like this at least for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, problem with this trade though is we are getting obviously a really bad contract in Strus. So like I said, I honestly genuinely believe the Okoro thing could possibly happen, but he does have a no trade clause because he accepted his qualifying offer or whatever. So that's going to be tough to pull off. What about LeVert? Would they do LeVert? He's an expiring contract. I don't know if they'd be interested in this. They want a 2025 lottery protected first. That just sounds, I mean, like, yeah, it's lottery protected, but me just get that 2028 pick swap, that's not going to happen. So I don't think we can do anything with Cleveland. So we might have to try to do something with Sacramento, who would also make sense for, obviously, Dorian Finney-Smith. So let's see. Can I do this without trading my own first or a first in general? Can I get that first round pick? I mean, even if it's, let's try to make it unlottery protected. So let's say it's 2028 or something. So Finney-Smith for Herter, they want Trendon Watford, and they give me Jalen McDaniels as well. I mean, yeah, that's fine with me. I don't really care that much about Trendon Watford, to be honest with you. So you know what? 2028, Jalen McDaniels, and then Herter's contract. Sure, why not? We get the first round pick we're searching for, and we get Kevin Herter as well. All right. Last but certainly not least, I want to see what I get for Dennis Schroeder. He's an expiring contract, and he might have some value around the league still. Ben Simmons, like I said, if I were the Nets in real life, I'd be using this to try to take on bad contracts and maybe get a first-round pick back in return by doing that. But that's just not going to pop up in 2K, unfortunately. So let's just go to Dennis Schroeder, and let's see if we can get at least a second-round pick for him or something like that. So maybe 2 seconds. All right. Does anybody want to offer me that? Maybe they don't. Maybe we just keep him. So Sacramento wants to give me Finney-Smith back. So the Lakers want, okay, I can see the Lakers making sense for Dennis Schroeder back. I mean, he used to play there once upon a time with LeBron and AD. Zeke Naji in a first is interesting. Najee Marshall from the Mavericks. So there actually is some decent offers out here. Rockets want to give me a first round pick. They want to get better. All right, so I think we could technically walk away with the first round pick for Schroeder. First round pick might be a little rich for Schroeder, but he is having a solid season at 13 points per game. So maybe you'd be able to get away with it. So I kind of like the idea of Denver, but I think they're over the second, or they might be under it now, but I don't know. What else we got? Gabe Vincent. I think this trade makes a lot of sense. The Lakers need help. I don't know. I can't really sit here and say that Schroeder's, 100% worth a first-round pick. So I think if we get 2 seconds for Schroeder, that'd be pretty solid. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and that is what our team is going to look like for the rest of the season. And I forgot to mention, yeah, we're almost at 500 because this man, Cameron Thomas, is just stupid good in 2K. Averaging 30 points per game. This team has no business being anywhere near the playoffs, and unfortunately, we might make it. But hey, hopefully, made the team worse. Even Cam Thomas can't, carry this team, but I could be wrong, and we're a play-in team, which I don't really want to be honest with you. So thankfully, this season actually kind of fell off a little bit after we made all those trades. We do end up as a lottery team, which is exactly where I wanted to be, of course, because I didn't think we had any business being in the playoffs. Even if we make it, we're not going to get far. And I mean, in real life, do we really think Brooklyn's going to make the playoffs? They're not going to. So let's take I would be shocked. Maybe they do. I don't know. You never know with this NBA landscape. But here are your player stats. So Cameron Thomas, obviously the clear outlier here, averaging 30 points per game. I think this is about to be, wait, does he have one more year? Yeah, no, this is a contract year for him. So we're going to have to pay him a lot of money. We'll have to see how much we do end up giving him. But we'll have some guys come off the books as well. But here is kind of how things went. So let's go ahead and celebrate the playoffs, and then we can get in the lottery, because that's, of course, the most important part, is to see where our pick ends up. So you got 76ers, Thunder, and the 76ers going to win it all. So year one, we're nowhere near the playoffs, which is a good thing, because like I said, I wanted to be in the lottery. So let's see where our pick ends up. So we are projected. We're projected Milwaukee's pick, and then we also have pick 8 in this draft. So that's fantastic. So at least we're not, down here in the 13 and 14s. Maybe we get lucky and it jumps up. I do believe we'll have a good player follow to us. Look at the Spurs, man. 4 different picks. Now, they don't get to keep the Chicago or the Charlotte pick, but man, they're going to be cooking in the future. So let's see where our pick ends up, and it is going to be number 9. So it actually fell, and then we get 11. So we get 9 and 11. Blazers get 1, Bulls 2, Spurs via Atlanta. So from the Dejounte Murray trade, the Spurs are reaping the benefits there. And we also have the New York Knicks pick as well for the Mikal Bridges trade later in the draft. So we should be able to nail a few guys out of this draft class to kind of improve this roster. We definitely need some direction here. So we got to make sure we hit good on these picks. So we're going to do our best with that. We're going to fill out this coach staff really quickly, and I'll see you guys on draft night with who we're taking. But before we head into draft night, I kind of want to see if trading up would be possible. But we'll see kind of how the draft board falls, because we're at 9 and 11. We also have a late pick. So the Blazers are at 1, and they take Cooper Flag, which makes sense. The Bulls take Colin Murray. Okay. The Spurs are going to take Ace Bailey. The Jazz are going to take VJ Edgecombe. The Grizzlies are going to take Noah. All right. The Wizards is kind of where I'm looking at maybe trading up territory. So wonder if I could maybe... so if we look at the draft so far, I guess I can. So we look at the draft so far, like getting Nolan Traore or getting Dylan Harper in this draft class is kind of my dream scenario right now. So I kind of want to see, maybe I should wait to see what the Wizards do, and then maybe we could talk to the Thunder. So the Wizards are going to take, okay, so far both those point guards are still on the board. So maybe we have Dylan Harper fall to our lap. The Thunder are about to pick. Do we trade with the Thunder? Because the Spurs have to pick as well. I don't know. Do we gamble and have Nolan? I'm going to see if the Thunder would do something, because I really want Dylan Harper. I'm not going to lie. I really want Dylan Harper out of this draft class. So I don't really want the Thunder to take him from me. They may not. I don't know. But let's say we offered 29 and then both these seconds. Does that move me up a couple spots? Do we even need to trade 29 to do this? Let's see if we can do it just for the 2 seconds. No. They need 29 probably, unless if they say no to that, and that's as much as I'm giving up. So, you know what? Screw it. Let's just see who they take. They take Trey Johnson. Okay, so we're guaranteed one of the point guards. I'm really hoping the Spurs don't take Dylan Harper. And okay, wow. I didn't need to trade up. So we are going to absolutely take Dylan Harper here. No questions asked. And then let's see who falls to us past Charlotte. So Charlotte's going to go Dink. Wow. Okay, so we could take Nolan Traore as well if we wanted to. Do we take Liam or do we take Hugo? I mean... that would give us a really solid. Or we could take Jalil Bethea, who I don't usually get. I usually get Hugo quite often. So, you know what? Give me Jalil Bethea here to change it up. So, we're going to take Jalil Bethea. Now, we have a late first-round pick, and we have Gary DeWolf, Florin, Cole Carr, Caleb Foster. I'm going to take Florin here. So, that's going to give us maybe a big of the future. So, I'm very excited about that. Let the assistant GM take care of the rest. But we get ourselves the point guard we're looking for to kind of reset this franchise. Lauren also really solid get, and then Jaden Williams and Trevin we can accept as well. Oh, never mind. We gotta decline one of them. Or two-way? Nope, won't even let me two-way. Why won't it let me two-way? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. Okay, I guess we'll sign one of them, maybe? Okay, so we only got one of them. Doug Robinson, of course, easy decline there. Noah Clowney, Derek Whitehead. We're gonna bring both of them back. Qualifying offers: Cam Thomas, Darren Sharp, and Zaire Williams. All free agents. Definitely have interest in bringing all 3 back if possible. And then free agency, we have Cameron Thomas asking for $30 million, as he should, because he's averaged 30 points per game. And then Zaire Williams only 12, and then Darren Sharp 10.37. Okay, not bad. So Dylan Harper gave Vincent. We have Kevin Herter, Jalil Bethea, which is nice. We have Derek Whitehead, Artist Small Forward, Trevin, and then Claxton, Clowney, and Florence. So maybe it doesn't make any sense to sign Darren Sharp, or we could technically, in theory, maybe move Noah Clowney to power forward, because I guess the man can shoot a little bit. Shot 34% from 3. So maybe we just do that, and then we re-sign Darren Sharp. So let's move Clowney to power forward and see how he would do there. So let's do that, and then let's just re-sign these guys. So Cam Thomas, I'm gonna re-sign. I don't know if I want to give him a 5-year deal, so I'm gonna go something like this and see what he would say to that. He does probably accept that. Daron Sharp, same thing. I'm gonna give him like a $9 million deal. And then same thing with Zaire Williams. So Zaire Williams averaged 10 points per game last year, but might be a solid player. So I'd give him like 10. And we're only going to give out 3-year deals. So 3-year contracts, I should say. So we're going to go ahead and sign all of them and bring them all in, which is nice. And then what else do we got? Do we got anything else we want to do? I'm not really in a huge rush to make this team as good as possible right away. So obviously Kevin Huerter, we could probably slide down the small forward if needed, but we do have Zaire Williams there. So we'll see what we do with him. But I think that's the rotation we're going to run. I mean, Noah Klein is a starting power forward right now, so I guess in theory we could change that. Neither one of these guys are guys I want playing power forward, so I don't know. Is there really anything we could technically do? The power forward, Jalen Johnson, we could go after him, but I'd rather just stay patient. Like, we could sign Naz Reid and try to reset this thing as fast as possible. But, you know, considering that we're not in a huge rush, I'm actually totally fine with just, you know, rocking with this squad as is. So, we do have Zaire Williams up to 77. Daron Sharp is up, and so is Noah Clowney. Dariq White is up, so that's all good. And then Keon Johnson also up. Not that Keon Johnson is an important piece of the puzzle, but hey, we'll take it. So let's get into year number 2. I mean, the team probably shouldn't still be very good. We're not going to be a very good team still, but I think adding Dylan Harper to this equation should improve us for sure. That's the main thing. And then in this 2026 draft class, I'm pretty sure we have a draft pick. And if we could hit on another pick here, if we're not good, which maybe we do end up being a play-in team. Yeah, we have our 2026 pick, but we'll see what happens. So, Party's going to last 30th overall. We have a 3-star balance still with Jordy Fernandez. So, here's your starting 5. It's still, you know, Dylan Harper, Cameron Thomas, Zaire Williams, Clowney, Claxton. You got Daron Sharp, Kevin Huerter, Jalil Bethea, Gabe Vincent, and then Dariq Whitehead. So, I think I'd give, you know, obviously Dariq Whitehead these minutes over Gabe Vincent. I don't think there's any reason to play Gabe Vincent. And then we could send Florin down to the G League, and then we should be solid there. So that's probably what we'll run. Let's go ahead and submit year number 2, and let's see how this roster does. So at the end of year number 2, Dylan Harper does get Rookie of the Year. There was plenty of shot volume for him to go around, but this team was bad, which is fine because we wanted to be in the draft again, in the lottery again, because we get to add another talented player in this another talented draft class, which is kind of what we need to do. So take a look at the player stats to end off the season. Here is what it's looking like. So you had 21 for Cameron Thomas, so no more 30 points per game from him. So 21 probably feels a little bit more realistic for him. And then 19 points per game from Dylan Harper, 11.5 from Noah Clowney, 11 from Huerter, 10, and then 10. So all really solid. But of course, we're going to submit these playoffs and see who goes on and win it all. And then we are going to find out where we will be picking in this 2026 draft. Ideally, we walk away with Cameron Boozer this offseason. I don't know if we'll get that lucky, but the Nuggets go on to win it all, and they beat the Knicks in 7. So shout out to the Nuggets for being back on top, and Russell Westbrook got himself a ring. Shout out to him. All right, let's go to the lottery. So let's get to it. So draft lottery time once again. We are projected pick number 7. So 9% chance of jumping up. Not a bad opportunity to jump up, so maybe we get lucky. Let's see what happens. And no, unfortunately. We in fact, no, we are still 7. So we didn't move up or go down. So I guess that's good at least. Man, I really wanted that number 1 overall pick in this draft, bro. That would have been awesome. Okay. Maybe the Warriors maybe we could do something with the Golden State Warriors. Maybe we could do something because if they still have Stephen Curry, maybe we could convince them of something. So they still have him, but they might end up, you know, letting him go. But I wonder if we could try to trade up for number 1 in this draft. I mean, I think it'd be ideal to do it. So this is what I have in mind. We go talk to the Warriors, and they want to give Stephen Curry one last run. I mean, who are they running at center right now, right? We have Claxton, who I think they'd be happy. Like, they're still running Trace Jackson Davis and Draymond Green. Come on, that formula is old. Let's see if you get Claxton on your roster for number 1 overall, if things would turn around for you guys. So let's see. What can you give me in return? I would just simply take, like, Kyle Anderson's contract because I think they have enough salary opened up right now. Of course, we'll give them 7 as well. But number 1, so we're gonna give them Claxton 7, and then this Knicks pick, the Knicks should be good, so that's fine. We could trade them this Wizards pick or something like that. So we're gonna try to trade up for number 1. So Claxton, 3 first-round picks. We get Kyle Anderson's salary, which I mean we could probably do without Anderson's salary low key. So yeah, what if we just did Claxton, 3 first for number 1, one of them being number 7, 2 future first. Is there anybody else we could throw in here that might be of value to them? Maybe we throw in Daron Sharp as well. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possible. I don't know. Do we do that? Zara Williams, like we could throw any of these guys in, but I don't really know if they'd have like a ton of value to them. So let's just say maybe it's one more first, just because, you know, obviously this is literally Cameron Boozer we're talking about here, and they do agree. So just like that, we trade up for number one. Usually I don't do that because, you know, trade ups don't happen that often. But I think in this scenario where the Warriors get themselves a veteran big man, they can keep Curry around and go on one last run, then Claxton would help them out with that. So number one overall. We could take AJ as well, but I do have my eyes on the prize and Cameron Boozer, so I think I'm going to take Cameron Boozer here. I think he'd be perfect for what we need right now. We need a power forward, and I know Boozer develops extremely well in 2K. We could have also taken Harrington. You know, we would have missed out on one of these top 4 guys, which would have sucked. So I'm going to take Boozer, sorry, at number 1 and not look back. So welcome the Brooklyn Nets, Cameron Boozer, and then we could take like JJ Starks here or something. So welcome to Brooklyn. So just like that, I feel really solid. AJ would have been phenomenal as well, like I said, but at the end of the day, Boozer and JJ Starks, really solid draft. So Clowney and then Trevin will accept, and then Derek Whitehead, and then qualifying offers nothing. Okay, free agency time. So we're about to go into year 3. Gabe Vincent, Kevin Huerter, Keon Johnson, all free agents, all guys I do not care about. And we do have a lot of cap space at our disposal as well. So hopefully the Warriors are bringing back Steph. So far, they have not offered him anything. But Dylan Harper, Cameron Thomas, Jalil Bethea, so that's looking good. Small forwards, got, you know, Zara Williams, Derek Whitehead, Aaron Boozer is the new power forward in town, and then Daron Sharp and Florin is our center rotation at this very moment. So, I mean, we could, in theory, go after something in free agency if we really wanted to. We're New York, so, like, we, you know, kind of have that free agency destination, but it depends on the guy we're going for. So let's see if there's anybody worth offering a contract on that we could realistically, in theory, get. So we're not bringing back Durant to Brooklyn, that's for sure. Or we could go for J-Dub, but I feel like the Thunder wouldn't let him go. Obviously, Jalen Duren usually is easily gettable. Shaedon Sharp is restricted. Ivy, you know, Ivy could be possible to get, but I do like Cameron Thomas and Jalil Bethea for now. So, Mikal, bring him back. No. Tari Eason is interesting to me, not going to lie. I feel like the Rockets have so many young guys they have to pay that maybe we could steal Tari Eason off of them. We do need a legitimate starting small forward in the future. I feel like Tari Eason might be the guy to go for. I don't know. Now, the Rockets did offer him a contract, so maybe he just signs that back, but they have Jabari also to pay, so that kind of makes things interesting for them. So who would they pay? I don't know. I got Jabari in the Lakers video literally yesterday, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to go after Tari Eason. I don't know if the Nets would allow me to take him off their hands, but I'm going to offer a contract and just simply see what he says. So we are his number 1 offer. Now, it's a little bit less. Maybe we have to offer a little bit more if we're going to get him, because we need a small forward, and I think Tari Eason would be perfect for us. So let's see if we can get him maybe for a little bit more money, because I feel like if we only give that, the Nets or the Rockets are probably going to match it. So let's say we give him $27 million per year. A little rich, but, you know, we're not paying anybody right now, and I think if we get him, that'd be a really good start to this team. And the Rockets do not match. They just have so many guys to pay that they're not going to worry about it. So we get Tari Eason in free agency, which I feel like is a fantastic get for us. So I love that. And we still have a lot of money to, you know, sign someone else if we truly wanted to. But that gives us a legitimate small forward of the future next to what we got going on right now. So I really like that. Still at 25 years old. Love that addition for us. So Eason's going to start. And then I'll move Zara Williams and Rico Whitehead to the backup. And then we need a backup point guard. And, you know, a center would be nice as well. But I think I'm okay with just kind of waiting. So backup point guards we could sign. I won't break the bank because we're not looking to, like, go crazy here. We can go, like, Ben Simmons, bring him back, or Pippen. Monte Morris is a vet guy. I don't know. We can get, like, Monte Morris in a 1-year deal. I'm not, like, looking for anything too crazy. So that will be our free agency. We're bringing Tari Eason and Monte Morris. Monte Morris probably won't play, just be a veteran presence, maybe mentor Dylan Harper a little bit. So let's go to player progression. So we got Dylan Harper up to an 84, Eason 84, 79, 79, 78, 77, 76. So all of this is looking fantastic, exactly where I want it to be. So I cannot wait to get into year 3. I don't know if we'll be a playoff team this year, but maybe we could be a sneaky play-in team. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. We're going to need to upgrade a few positions still, like Boozer, of course, locked in the power forward. I think Cameron Thomas could eventually be moved, but, like, if we keep him throughout the video, I wouldn't hate it either. So I guess it just depends on what the team is doing. So Frank's going to land us 29th, so they're not very high on us, which is fine. Our center probably needs upgraded later on. We traded Claxton to sacrifice ourselves getting Boozer, which I think was fine and a good move. Dylan Harper, Cameron Thomas, Eason, Boozer, Sharp, Bethea, Clowney, Zara Williams, Derek Whitehead, and we can give Florence some run this year as well with the 10-man rotation. So, yeah, I like that. And then one other thing I want to look at, what are shot tendencies at? So Cameron Thomas is a 98, Harper's is a 99, and then Boozer should be good as well. So I'm going to reduce Cameron Thomas' shot tendency just a little bit. I feel like with Harper and Boozer in town, those are the two guys I want to take a majority of the shots, and then Easton can get bumped up just a tad bit. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at. I think these two guys should be the ones that are taking all the shots in the world, letting these guys develop. It looks like Jalil Bethea might be very good off the bench for us as well. And then maybe Bethea develops enough to where we can move Cameron Thomas for a center. I don't know. We'll see. But let's go ahead. It's my year 3, and let's just see how the new duo of Harper and Boozer does together here in Brooklyn. So you're at the trade deadline at 29 and 21, and things are going extremely well right now. But I kind of want to make that move already. So I feel like Cameron Thomas is expendable at this point. Jalil Bethea is averaging 14 points right behind him with less minutes right off this bench. And I think if we can give the scoring load to, Jalil Bethea, Tari Eason, Boozer, and Dylan Harper, we'd probably be much better off. So I think I'm okay with trading Cameron Thomas here. Now, we obviously got to make sure it's for a good player, and I do have a guy in mind. And he actually used to play here in Brooklyn. I'm going to go to talk to the Cavaliers about Jarrett Allen. He just signed a new deal, but, there's always rumors about him being traded away. But I think Jarrett Allen would be really good for us right now. It would kind of give us a center that we could really be confident in being exactly the kind of guy we need. We don't need someone who's going to score that much. We just need someone who's going to rebound and play defense, and Jarrett Allen, exactly that. I don't think they'd move Evan Mobley. He'd be cool as well. But let's see if we can get Jarrett Allen off the Cavaliers and bring back a familiar face in Brooklyn. The Nets should have never got rid of him in the first place. That was obviously because of Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, wanting DeAndre Jordan basically there. I don't know. It was kind of weird. But Cameron Thomas for Jarrett Allen straight up probably isn't getting the deal done. I could throw Darren Sharp in here technically as well because, I don't know. Because we have Florin who, looks like he's ready to be a good backup center for us. But I think we can just keep it at this. So what if we trade that well, it's a good pick. 76ers pick is phenomenal as well. Wow. That 2028, 2027 draft class could be special. Let's see. We just offer the Knicks pick and then the Suns pick. So what do you say to that? And they agree. So just like that, we get Jarrett Allen, and I think that makes our roster a lot more well-rounded. So I don't like that they're benching Tari Easton for Zaire Williams. I think that's a little bizarre. So we're going to, change that around. Other than that, I like it. We got Dylan Harper. We're giving Jalil Bethea the keys to the shooting guard spot, who's doing really good on the season so far. Boozer, Jarrett Allen, and then, so development should be even better for Bethea, Harper, and Boozer. And then we have Easton and Jarrett Allen as really good starters around them. I'm excited, man. 8 games over 500. Let's hopefully keep that up with the addition of Jarrett Allen. So at the end of year 3, Luka ends up in Atlanta and wins the MVP award. Of course, he was drafted by the Hawks, but got traded on draft night. 18 points from Kevin Boozer. Love to see that out of him his rookie season, and that is the rest of your award. So here's my first team. Of course, we're not going to have anybody on here, at least not yet, maybe eventually, but Cameron Boozer, all rookie first team. Love to see that. And we are in the playoffs as a 6 seed. So we get the Battle of New York in round 1, which should be a ton of fun. So 4-1 for Dylan Harper, 18 from Boozer, 15 from Jalil Bethea, 12 from Tari Easton, 12 from Jarrett Allen, and then 8.5 from Clowney, and then with 6 rebounds, and then 8 and 4 from Zaire Williams. So without further ado, I don't think it's crazy. Wow, they want to start Darren Sharp, which is just kind of wild. I don't think that makes any sense. So I know he's hot right now, but we got to keep Jarrett Allen in the starting 5. So call me crazy, but I feel like there's a chance we could upset this Knicks team. I really like the roster we have. Maybe we're not ready yet. Maybe that doesn't happen like I think it might, but I don't know. I feel like we can give them a fight. So somebody cut around against the Knicks, and we do win game 1. We're giving them a fight like I thought we would. We're down 3-2. But at the end of the day, we're getting some valuable experience here for Dylan Harper and Boozer and Bethea. So that's all really fantastic to see. But unfortunately, wait a minute. We do get close in this game. We might force a game 7, maybe. No, we are going to lose. But the fact of the matter is we got really good experience. We lose in 6 to the Knicks, which is a good damn team as they make it all the way to the finals. So the fact that we push them to 6 is probably a good sign for us in the future. And Denver goes on and win it all again. But Kevin Durant and Kelly Olynyk are retiring. We're about to go into year 4 with probably the most optimistic I've been about a roster. And we're about to add a lottery pick in this draft. You really can't go wrong here. So we get number 6. So far, we've either stayed the course or just dropped down a pick, which really sucks. But it is what it is. What can I do about it? So we're going to be picking in the top 6. And I do believe I loaded a draft class, right? I'm pretty sure I did, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I did load a draft class. So staff signing. No, we could move on from Jordy Fernandez, but the fact of the matter is we just made the playoffs with them, so I think we keep him around for at least one more season, and if it doesn't work out next year, then maybe we look at, his direction and about a potential firing or just letting him go because he's only got 1 year left in his deal. Okay, so we get to pick at 6, so let's see who we can get. So number 1, Stokes. Number 2, Arenas. Number 3, Gaskins. Number 4, Alex. Number 5, Johnson. And then here we are. So Elijah Williams, All-Star. Caleb Holt, Hall of Fame. I got him in the last video. He ended up being very good. So what do we need the most? If we take a look at our roster. So if we take a look, so Brooklyn, I should say, oh, whoops, wrong team. Okay, so we're obviously not changing Jared Allen, but right now we don't really have a backup point guard. So maybe that's kind of where we go with this draft pick. We don't have a backup shooting guard either. So, I mean, we have Starks, but I don't know. So yeah, I think we're going to take a guard. So Caleb Holt ends up being good. Taj Ariza, maybe we could take him as well. I took Holt in the last video, so I'll take Taj Ariza here. And welcome to Brooklyn. So we get a 76 overall. Maybe someone who could develop or who can help right away. Okay. So qualifying offers, Dariq Whitehead, Noah Clowney. Okay, so those guys. I think I want to bring back at least Noah Clowney, who's asking for $60 million. Dariq Whitehead, I mean, Zaire Williams, what is he doing? 8 points per game. What did Dariq Whitehead do for us last year? Did he even play? I don't know if he even played. So let's see. He played, and he shot a little bit better than Zaire Williams. So you know what? I think we're going to bring him back over keeping Zaire Williams around. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to simply... take this to the last day of free agency, make these guys as cheap as possible, unless they get offer sheets, and we'll just match them really quick. But I think we're good as far as, rotation. So, we could get a backup point guard, but I guess the one thing we could use is a backup power, or I guess it's going to be Clowney, duh. So, yeah, we're good. So, Clowney and Dariq Whitehead signing them in the last day of free agency for as cheap as possible is probably the best cheat code we could possibly ask for. So, neither one of them got offers, which is great. So, we're going to give them both 4-year deals. So, Clowney for $12 million sounds good. Dariq Whitehead, same thing, 4 years, 11.5. Looks great. So those guys are back. W, and then Brazil also. Okay, so I was kind of curious to see how much these guys develop. So Cameron Boozer is up to an 84, which is exciting. Harper's up to an 89. Bethea is up to an 81. Sharp is up. Dariq Whitehead is up. So Zaire Williams, of course, is expendable. So Florin is not up as much as I thought it'd be. So I think it's great that we still have Dayron Sharp is up to an 81. And then Clowney, 80 from Dariq Whitehead. And then I think Zaire Williams is easily movable, but he might just be out of the rotation, and having him as a depth piece is fine too. So I like it. But we're going to get into year number 4, and we're going to see if this team could maybe be a sneaky contender in this year 4. I definitely think it's possible. I think if we disappoint this year, what we'll do is we'll move off of Jordi Fernandez, and we'll hire a new head coach, bring them into town, and I think year 5 could really be our chance of winning that championship. But I think this team has a chance this year, low-key. So, Harper, Bethea, Eason, Boozer, Jared Allen, same starting 5 with Dayron Sharp, Dariq Whitehead, Noah Clowney, Zaire Williams. So, I guess Zaire Williams will crack the rotation, which is fine. And then Ariza, who we just drafted, I guess is out of the rotation, which is fine. So, we can send him to the G League. He'll be ready for a run next year. But yeah, let's go ahead, simulate year 4, and let's hope this is the year that I think we could be like a top 3 seed in the East, but we'll see. At the end of year 4, Jokic wins MVP. Izzy, Rookie of the Year. Harrington on the Raptors, your 6th man. Wembanyama, Defensive Player. Nolan Traore is up to... Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. 26 points per game, up to an 86 overall. So, I took Dylan Harper today, but maybe Nolan Traore would have been good as well. So, we do have Harper on an All-NBA second team. So, obviously, I can't complain about what we're getting from Dylan Harper as well, as he's an All-NBA 16 or second team averaging 26 points per game. But yeah, overall... really optimistic about the season because we end up as the 3rd seed like I thought we'd be. So take a look at the player stats. Yeah, 26 from Dylan Harper, 19 from Boozer, 18.5 from Joel Bethea, which is why I was more than comfortable moving Cameron Thomas because I thought, giving Bethea the keys, he kind of took off with it. Shot 45% from 3. So all that's fantastic. Dariq Whitehead with 11, 9.5 from Jared Allen. So let's get into things. So we're running 9 rotation already. Let's see if we can win a playoff series for the first time in this video. So we get LaMelo, Dink, Cameron Johnson, Bridges, Mark Williams, Robert Williams. So my current round against the Hornets, and we are going to be in an even series with them. It looked good, but then we've slowed down. So let's see if we can win Game 5 to take advantage in the series to give us the ultimate chance to move on to round 2. Would love to see us do that. We almost won 60 games in the regular season, it felt like. We are going to win Game 5, so that's great. So 27 from Boozer, 24 from Harper. So now it's time to lock it in and win this Game 6 and not even think twice about it. So here we go. Game 6 in Charlotte. Let's not go to a Game 7. So they do have the lead right now, but we're right on their tail. We finally take the lead. Do we keep it is the question. That's looking like we're going to. So we are going to beat them in 6, and we're moving on to the second round. So we get Cleveland, which is fun because, of course, we gave them Cameron Thomas for Jared Allen. So Cameron Thomas is probably doing really good off their bench, averaging 18 in the playoffs. So yeah, we'll see if he is the ultimate demise of us. So Thibault, Garland, Mitchell all still together. That B-ball Paul starting at the center spot now. All right, well, let's see how this is going to go against Cleveland. So somebody come around against the Cavs, and we are going to go up 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? No, we are back in the even series once again. Okay, so they want to start Tari Easton, or no, they don't. Never mind. Or not start Tari Easton. I thought they wanted to start somebody else over Easton, but nope, that wasn't the case. Okay, so this is a huge game 5, but they do have the lead right now. We're right on their tail, though, so maybe we could take it at any point, and it's going to look like they're taking it. Okay, 128-121. They win in Brooklyn, so we got to go to Cleveland and see if we can force a game 7 back to New York. So let's see if we can do just that. So we start off with a really good lead here. As long as we don't blow it, we are going to a game 7, and just like that, we are going to a game 7. So 141-102. All right, time for a game 7 in Brooklyn. So let's see if we can come out here and win this game 7 to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. We're a very young team, but we have the ultimate team, I think, to do it. And it looks like as long as we don't blow this lead, which Cleveland actually got right back in this game. So maybe we're not out of the clear just yet. It's going to be a close one. But it's looking like we're well, I can't say that because it's a 2-point game. So I think we got to watch the end of this, right? Like, let's go see what this game 7 is going to turn out to be. So choose sides. We're not going to play it out. I want to see how this team I assembled does. All right. So 121-123. I'm about to sneeze. Give me a sec. All right, we're locked back in. Had to get that sneeze out. All right, so let's see if we can take advantage of possession here. So we're going to give this to Bethea. He's going to give it back to Boozer, back to Harper up top, and Harper is going to shoot a 3, but Allen with the huge offensive rebound. I didn't love the fadeaway, layup there, but you know what? He made it. I would have loved to have just seen him dunk it, but hey, he put it back in. That's all that matters. So it's a 4-point game now. Donovan Mitchell trying to make something happen. Harper's on him. We got a screen from Evan Mobley. Mitchell is still trying to make... Oh, Harper's playing great defense so far. Okay, Jarrett Allen with the help D. B-ball Paul open on the perimeter. All right, this is a great possession so far. Tyson does get a screen, and he is going to miss it. Evan Mobley, just like Jarrett Allen, gets a huge offensive rebound, though. But that took a lot of time off the clock, which could be a good thing. B-ball Paul, nope. Jarrett Allen says no. Let's go, baby. Just like that. It looks like we may have won this game 7, potentially. We got to knock down some shots, but it's looking good for us. Jarrett Allen with a huge stop. Okay, let's give this to... looks like it's going to be Bethea. He's going to the free throw line, and as long as he knocks down 2 shots, this should be ball game, but you never know with this game. So let's see. All right, so Bethea at the free throw line makes the first one. This will be a 5-point game. Yeah, I can't imagine they score, over 6 in, 29 seconds. But you never know. Like I said, things happen in the NBA. Crazy things happen. So let's see if Cleveland comes out here and makes a shot or not. So let's see. We just got to play good defense. This series should be ours as long as we are able to knock, play some good defense here. So Donovan Mitchell, probably going to shoot up at 3. He does, and it misses, and it's in and out. And just like that, guys, we're going to the conference finals. And now we draw the Indiana Pacers, who have Halliburton, Nembhard, Mathurin, Siakam, Turner, Obi Toppin, Hugo Gonzalez is someone they got, Derek Jones. This is a very good team in Indiana, so there's no guarantees here that we beat them, but here goes nothing. So, somebody current round against Indiana, and they're up 2-1. Do we go down 3-1? Nope, we even it up. Okay, so just like every single series so far, we got an even series, and we get to play the best of 3 with 2 games at home. So let's see if we can win the first one. It's going to be close. We do take the lead back, and it looks like we might keep it, and we do. So we win game 5. For a second there, it looked like we were about to give it up, and we do take it back. Now it's time to see if we can close them out in 6 in Indiana, or are we going to another game 7? It's looking like this might be going to a game 7 unless we get back in this game. Oh, wow. The fact that we're here is kind of crazy. But do we take advantage of getting back in this game? It doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Maybe. I don't know. We're down 9. Yeah, it's looking like the Pacers got us here. So, all right. Game 7. This is to get to the NBA Finals. Let's see if we can do it. Here goes nothing. Game 7 in Brooklyn. Do not come out here flat like that. We lose by 20 points in the first quarter. Not good. But we do have a chance of getting back in this game, but we're going to have to go on a huge run here. There's not much time left in the game, and it's looking like we might fall flat here unless we make a miracle run, but I don't think Indiana's going to stop scoring. They have a really good offense, and we're going to fall short in these conference finals, unfortunately. But the fact of the matter is, though, we're a very young team, and the fact we made it this far is only very promising. And Indiana did go on to win the finals as well. So can't be too mad at ourselves. So I think we give ourselves the best chance this offseason with a new head coach. Not that Joey Fernandez did anything wrong, but his ratings aren't great in 2K. So if we get like a really good head coach like Joe Mazzulla or something like that, Finch maybe. Let's see if we can get Joe Mazzulla. So Joe Mazzulla, I think he will accept that. So Mazzulla is going to be our new head coach. Great ratings across the board. And we're going to go straight to draft night. And I don't think this is really going to matter. I think we kind of have our team rotation locked and loaded. It's only going to get better. I didn't realize we had that Kings pick from probably the Finney Smith trade. So we could take someone, but at the end of the day, like I said, it probably won't matter because this team is already locked in. So we do get a 77 overall this draft class, so that's solid. But Harper, Boozer, Bethea, Florin, accepting all those. JJ Starks in Brazil. If they go back their qualifying offers, that's great. Do we have any free agents to worry about? Not really. Zaire Williams is there, but Reza is going to play this year, which is going to be fun. Derek Whitehead, Clowney, Sharp. So I'm good with the roster. I'm good with it. So we're just going to simply see how much Boozer and Harper develop. We're going to year 5. I think there's a great chance we get a championship in year 5. We were so close in year 4, and the team should only even get better. And we got a new head coach as well. So yeah, 89, Karen Boozer, 85, 80, Taj Ariza, who's going to join the rotation this year as well. All exciting stuff. So let's get into year 5, and let's see if year 5 ends up being the year I think it's going to be. So here we are for year number 5. Here are your awards. Let's see if we get Dylan Harper. So Dylan Harper once again makes someone be a second team, but it is all or nothing here. I'm fairly confident that this championship could be ours. We're the first team in the Eastern Conference. If you take a look at the player stats, you had 25 from Harper, 21 from Cameron Boozer, 17 from Bethea, 12.5 from Easton, 11 from Jarrett Allen, and 10 from Taj Ariza, who just came and joined the rotation. So here goes nothing. 9-man rotation for these playoffs. You get Orlando in round 1, who still have Paulo and Franz. Now, this is a scary AFC to play. We really hate to see us get eliminated in round 1. I'm not going to lie, but let's see what happens. So many occur round against Orlando. And guys, I don't know what to do anymore, man. Like, what do I do, bro? Like, what do I have to do to have a simulation go my way? I don't know. I mean, it's not like I've been in a championship drought or anything, but wow, this sucks. Especially losing the first round to Orlando. And it's looking like we might end up doing that. No, we're going to win game 5. We got to win game 6, so let's see if we can do that. So maybe this is just a little bit of a weird scare. I don't know. So I don't know. Let's figure out. So let's see if we can win game 6 to force a game 7. We should not be down 3. I mean, this is a good Orlando team, but, you know, this is our last season. I was fairly optimistic that this would be the year we go on to win it all. So it's looking good right now. So we're going to blow them out. Okay. Why are we down 3-1 to this team? Game 7, we got to win. We got to win it. Do not just get this close just to lose, please. All right. So it's looking good right now. And of course, they take the lead back. We're down like 9. Okay. Please get back in the game. Just please, for the love of anything, just get back in the game. All right, so we're going to take this pretty slow because I want to see us get back in this. And we haven't scored in like 5 minutes, it feels like. They finally get a bucket, but Orlando, the 5-point game. So, you know, 4-point game. Orlando's barely scoring, and neither are we. Like, the defense by both teams has been like... Bro, if we would have went on this run a long time ago when Orlando was not scoring at all, we'd be solid. But we're going to lose to an AFC seed, aren't we? Unfortunate, bro. Really unfortunate. So just like how yesterday's video ended, I lose to a AFC seed. And this was a team I was like so confident in going on to win it all. And it's even more embarrassing that 2K got us all the way back to game 7 just to get dropped like that. I just don't understand, man. Whatever. Indiana goes on and win it all. Would have loved to have seen us rematch them, but what can you do? At the end of the day, this was a great roster we built. Unfortunately, it just did not work out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. I will see y'all in the next one. That's the end of year 5. Really disappointed by that one. Really disappointed. I was so confident we were going to win a championship, and we just get bounced in round 1. That's just how 2K goes sometimes. All right, I'm going to end it there. See y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.